Alright guys, welcome back to week 2 power rankings for the ASL. And I'm joined with Malone this week.
Hi.
Big boy Malone.
My name's Whiteferret21.
So we voted Bash off of the Council of YouTube. We kicked him out, just like I said we were last week.
It's not like he's gonna come back in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
That's not important.
Totally not coming back. We kicked him out of the YouTube team. But anyway.
Yep.
So we got Malone here. And number 14 in the power rankings this week is mostly T-Flight yet again. And Dave.
And Dave.
So, T-Flight's battle against Brad. 5-0 for in favor of Brad. That's a big oof, if I do have to say so myself.
Now, hold on. Before you go into explaining T-Flight for yourself, I gotta defend TCP and his opinion.
Oh.
This is what he said when he put Dave there. Open parentheses. Lost to Alola Eradicate, ultimate disrespect, end parentheses. So, that's why he put you there, Dave.
Yeah, Dave is the number 14 coach. Just because he lost to Alola Eradicate.
Yeah, that was like, this is not me, that's just TCP. I'm just reading what he said.
Jeez.
But, I don't know. I think that was just a meme that he put you there, Dave. But I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, T-Flight versus Brad. Didn't really go his way at all. It's like
yeah, you can say that.
Just a tad. It didn't feel like he brought like breakers. Besides freaking Zero Aura. And even then, if freaking Steelix lived it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He just kind of got walled.
Yeah, he just got massive walled. It's like the Great Wall of China, and T-Flight's on one side, and then you got T-Flight's on one side, and he's trying to climb the wall, and then in the midst of climbing the wall, the brick comes out from his hand, and he falls off the wall. That's what this is.
That's like all of the bricks are on the wall and single mono on his team.
Yeah. It's like he runs straight at the wall, thinking he's gonna. he thinks he's gonna push it over, and he
T-Flight, don't worry though. You can do it.
You can do it.
You can do it.
I'm gonna insert Shia LaBeouf. Just do it here.
In actual seriousness, like everyone knows that you use like some interesting teams. Let's just say that.
Interesting. That's an understatement.
So
it's
yeah.
freaking crazy.
But there's always time to bounce back. Just 2 weeks in.
Yeah. Can't really say much for just 2 weeks because you still got almost a whole season to turn it around. Anyway, at number 13, we've got Shadow again. Who did he face again? He faced
Vish.
Vish, yeah. I'll let you talk about this one.
I mean, I think that Shadow played a relatively good game against Vish. I mean, it was a 2-0. And I mean, he saw what he did wrong, and I mean, I don't remember the complete battle, but like apparently like there were scenarios where he could have won.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously like Vish deserved to win, he won. I'm just saying like it was close, so it was good that he was close against one of the better teams right now, considering Vish is undefeated.
Yeah, it was very, very close. A lot of the things he was throughout the battle, he was. I'm not saying like making the obvious plays a bad thing, but it's like,
yeah,
Vish was reading him like a lot. Like towards the beginning, you saw like I think he switched out like a few times in a row, and then protected and then switched out and predicted Shadow's switch.
Yeah,
I don't know. Vitch was just reading him really well.
Too, though, like to handle all the Mesprit, he definitely.
Yeah, he handled the Mesprit really well. It sucks that Mamo went down really early.
Yeah,
but
that was big.
Yeah, that was a very big one. But you got it close, so no fault to you really. I believe that Shadow can still really turn it around.
Yeah, you never know how Shadow's gonna go.
Coming in at number 12, we got Dave and Ferret. So
and Shadow.
Shadow. But I have Dave here, another one of our 0-2 coaches. I actually don't really remember much of the battle. I'm gonna have to watch that again really quick. Cut. He went against
TJ.
Yeah, was that the? Wait, who has freaking? I'm so confused.
Don't be confused. It's not good.
Hold up, I'm gonna have to watch that again really quick.
Remember, he lost to Alolan Raticate?
Oh yeah, he lost to Alolan Raticate.
Oh, actually, he got wrecked by Metagrow at first. Oh, and then he flinched. Yeah, he got little hacks there.
Yeah, it's like TJ got his hacks back from the very beginning of the battle.
At that point, though, he was in a really rough spot.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! I just closed the dock. I think overall, like, I obviously haven't put Dave yet. So
yeah,
maybe I'll let you talk about why you put Dave there, because he's not even in my list yet.
Freaking but the reason why I have him down here is mainly because, again, 0-2, and I believe that the people that I have above him have played a little bit better than he has, especially with how things went for him last week against Ian. He didn't have control at all in that battle, but just overall, I think the people that I put above him played better. So that's really the reason why I have him below. It's not necessarily anything he did wrong specifically, but I just feel like the people above him have played better than he has been.
Yeah. For me, Ferret, I mean, again, I don't want to, like, I guess I am going to, like, spoil it, but maybe I'll talk about it later in the game. It's just, at the moment, Ferret hasn't, I don't know, he just hasn't, the teams that he's played aren't doing as well as other teams. Like, he's played TCP, who is obviously amazing, some would say, the best coach. Some would say, yeah. And yeah, he's the only 2-time champ. But like right now, he's 1-1. He's not exactly enjoying his team. 1-1. Yeah, and it's like Zombies 1-1, and they were close games. Like, you have to give him that. And like at this point, like we're increasing the chances of like having a better season, obviously, since they have the same record. So like I think Ferret definitely can turn it around with that with the freaking Blacephalon.
But yeah, I believe that he can turn it around as well, which puts me into our number 11. That's where I put Ferret. I believe he definitely can turn it around. I believe that he still has a lot of potential that he hasn't shown us. He brought a lot of his game, well, not a lot, but 2 of his games, the only 2 he's had this season because we're in week 2, but he's brought them really close. And I've seen some of his prep. His prep is, it's a lot better than last season too, I can tell you that. But what I said, what I've said before, and I'll say it again now, it's like, it feels like in the midst of the battle, he kind of the pressure gets to him a little bit. A lot of the times, I don't think he necessarily misplayed in this battle specifically, but a lot of the times it's just like those few tiny little things that you maybe could have done differently that you kind of lose sight of towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
Whenever you start to get frustrated.
Those stink, because it's like, you know what you do wrong.
Yeah, but I do believe Ferret has a lot of potential that he hasn't shown us quite yet, and I believe that he can potentially turn it around, because I think this team suits him a lot better than his team from last season.
Yeah, for me, Bash, and for pretty much everyone else, for me, Bash and Dave were kind of, I think they're interchangeable for me, for the whatever 11 and 10 spot, and that being that they both have played two very solid 2-0 teams, and they both have like two pretty darn good teams.
Yeah. But they both played Ian and Brad first 2 weeks?
No. Wait, did?
No.
Oh. No.
He faced Ian and then
TJ. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But they played two. But I was saying they played two 2-0 teams. Who are all like very good. I think the only reason that Bash gets a lower spot for me would be his differential, which would be -8, which is tied for the worst at this point.
Yeah.
But it's like Bash, we've seen what he can do on his YouTube channel. Shout out to Bash Kapala's YouTube. Anyways, for some. Oh man, I said follow.
Dude. You just oofed yourself, man.
But like, I just think that Bash, he definitely has a chance to turn it around, but his differential is just a burden to him right now.
I have Bash at number 10, and like you said, they've both faced two 2-0 teams, but the reason why I have Bash a little bit higher is because he has faced the top two teams in the league right now, both commissioners, who have both shown that they don't mess around at all. Like, I believe that Bash probably has had the roughest starting schedule of everybody, facing Ian and Brad first 2 weeks right out of the gate.
Yeah, he plays TJ next week too.
Oof, that's a big oof.
Big oof. Yeah.
But
and yeah.
But I think Bash is, seeing from what he's done on his YouTube channel, he's definitely proved that he could be a top contending coach in any league, just about. He's really good, and I believe that he still has a lot to show, a lot to prove that he can be here in the ASL and do great things.
He was in the training center, right?
No.
He got rejected.
Yeah,
he was too good.
He was too good.
I remember now.
Yeah, he spectated the training center.
Yeah. This is coming back to me.
Yeah, but all in all, Bash is a pretty cool dude.
I think 10 was like one of the most widely spread around numbers, and we've talked about pretty much everyone on this list except one person. Love Disc. Just kidding. Yeah. I don't even think we should talk about Brett at this point, because spoilers. Oh wait, crap. Never mind. I was gonna say something and realized it wasn't true. Don't worry about it. But yeah, we'll talk about Brett when there's more people picking him.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Going to number 9 here. We both have Zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, both have Zombie.
Yeah. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye-bye. No? Okay. Anyways. For Zombie, I think for him it's like he's definitely one of the harder coaches to rank, because I haven't seen a whole lot of him. I think he's the least that I've seen out of all these coaches.
I haven't seen him at all before the ASL.
Yeah.
So I don't really have any other prior knowledge of him.
His battles so far have been kind of shaky. I mean, he beat Ferret week 1, and then lost to Cody, who's really good, in week 2. So it's still very hard to rank someone who's like doing average, and then compare them to the other coaches who are 1-1.
Yeah.
Which may be the reason that he's slightly lower.
Yeah, plus whenever in his battle with Ferret, I think he only won, what, 2-0?
2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was it was a very close battle, so a lot of the other coaches, they've had bigger leads than what Zombie has.
Yeah, and that played into his differential too, which is the lowest out of the 1-1 teams, I think, right now, yeah. They're tied for lowest, sorry.
I actually have to look at the doc, I don't even have it open. I need to get with the program.
Yeah, you do need to get with the program.
Anyways, but yeah, I don't really have much to say regarding Zombie because I haven't really seen what all he can do. But seeing from how he's doing right now, it's about average. That's why I have him above everybody else. But he, in my opinion, he is doing the worst out of the 1-1 teams right now. And moving on to number 8, we have me and Zombie.
Bert.
Nubbert.
Sesame Street.
Nubbert. But I don't really like talking about myself, so you can take it.
I'm talking about right now. Okay. Week 1. I kind of feel like I'm recapping, like.
Yeah, we're doing weekly recap now.
I mean, it's not a thing anymore, so.
Oh yeah, we have to do it somewhere.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, now I see it. So right now you're doing like pretty much exactly average. Like you're 1-1, you have 0 differential. You played 2 teams. The one you beat is lower. The one you beat is very slightly higher. So I think the middle is a good spot. I think you would be at 7 if some certain black and white mammal did not exist and was not doing so great this season. Yeah. So far. Like if it were most other coaches.
I'm number 2 right now with the 1-1 teams, right? But it's 0 differential, so it's like I haven't really gone anywhere.
You're just like back at the beginning.
Yeah, I just got reset. I went to battle Milan and he was just like, he just hit the reset button on me.
Reverse.
He hit the no you button.
Insert no you button editor. Oh wait.
Oh, that's
don't
me.
Have an editor. Oh wait, you edit these.
You're making me do more work, Milan. How dare you?
Sorry.
But yeah, I don't really like talking about myself, so I guess we'll just leave it at that. Going on to number 7. This is actually going pretty quick. Number 7, it's 100% Malone. It's a very strong taste that we all have in our mouth. It's very watery. But
I'm just gonna pull up Brett and make you talk about me because I don't like talking about myself.
But yeah, 1-1, lost week 1, and then he won against me in week 2. But your loss in week 1 was only a 1-0, or 0-1. But yeah, that's why I believe you should be higher than me. Is because your loss wasn't as bad as mine, even though it was just 2 mons. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's very close right now.
All in all,
I mean,
you played. I mean, I don't think either one of us really played bad in our match. I just think that you just took the right opportunities to in the game and you capitalized on it.
Yeah. and it was. I mean, part of it was just like, it was just playing safe and licky.
Yeah, Licky's a freaking monster.
I like how I say playing safe, open the replay, watch myself click hidden power ice on the go guys, turn 1. That's not safe. Anyways.
Wait,
Anyways.
Why did you have HP ice and ice beam?
Yes, cause just Rotom gets ice beam. I mean, Rotom is a great ice beam user. It gets ice beam. Hint.
Oh,
I get ice beam.
Oh, that I thought you said Licky had ice beam.
Oh no! I was just saying like in general.
Like we were talking about Licky, and then you said you.
And I just had to prank you. Okay?
You're confusing me, man.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, number 6, we all put TCP. Yeah, he has the worst one of the worst differentials. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, he's the worst differential of the 1-on-1. Well, actually, he's tied with Zombie. Yeah, but he played really well in his battle versus Fairy. His loss versus Vish, I believe like I said last week, I don't think he would have lost if it wasn't for that confusion, because he was playing for that reverse sweep, and he kind of got oofed with the confusion. But yeah, he hasn't been playing bad at all, and I believe he deserves to be above us, even though he has worse differential, because he's been playing better.
Yeah, and again, like part of it is just like past knowledge and stuff, which I get people can think is biased, but then you just like wait a couple weeks and you're like, well, we were kind of right.
Yeah, I mean, and we could also be wrong too. You never know when somebody's gonna go on a dry spell. Not saying TCP is gonna go on a dry spell.
Yeah.
But it does happen. But
like in comparison to other new coaches.
Yeah,
like,
just based on how, like he hasn't necessarily been playing bad. He's been playing actually pretty well, even though he does have that one loss. He's played well, and he also has the mantle of Season 6 champion on his shoulders. So
and Season 4.
Yeah, and Season 4. But I think he deserves to be up here at number 6. Then number 5, we have TJ, the slow bro.
We do.
Slow Bohemians.
The snake.
The snake.
Same thing.
So why do you have TJ here?
Well, as you guys can probably tell, we've moved into the undefeated coaches part. And this is kind of a toss-up. Like, all of these are close. I don't think any of us have the, like, all matching power rankings. Like, there's always at least 2 different people in each slide. And that's because they're all solid. I believe, yeah, TJ's differential, was it the lowest?
Let me check.
Yeah, it was slightly the lowest out of all the 2-0 teams. And I think just like, who did he play week 2? Dave. So he played 2 playoffs teams from last year, which was hard. And you know, it's just basically like, you look at the top 5 coaches on our team and you're like, wow, they're good.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah. I mean, there's 3 previous champions, 1 previous runner-up, and Cody, who went undefeated and then was like, yeah, no. But yeah, I mean, TJ like definitely can move up or move down.
Yeah, you never know. But TJ, he's like right on the cusp of getting higher, but it's just that he does have the lowest differential that that's the reason why I have him here, is just purely based on the fact that he does have the worst differential, because I believe that he's of the same skill level as, and he's proven himself because he has gotten a championship with season 4.
Yeah, I mean, and he's playing all these like popular coaches and like, I mean, it's not like I can pay attention to that.
Yeah,
places, but
TJ has what it takes to be the best. But I think it gets kind of hard to rank people based on who's the best, and you just have to go purely by the numbers here, because all of these coaches are playing pretty much out of their minds. Number 1 coach, we'll get to him later, but
we already talked about them. Love Disc.
Love Disc.
Best coach. Best coach.
It gets hard to rank these guys when it gets, at least early on in the season, it's hard to rank these guys because either you go by past knowledge or you go by the numbers, and just purely by the numbers, I have TJ here at number 5. And then
number 4.
Number 4, we have Cody, Mr. Other Snick. We have 2 snacks.
Yes. I mean, as you can tell, Cody and Brad surprisingly were both ranked 5th by a coach. But now is where we see Cody have the majority. I mean, Cody right now, he has like pretty good differential. I mean, it's kind of average of the pack. Right now, I mean, technically tied for second most, but there's 5 teams. But I think it was like the options so far at this point, the differential is so close, it kind of comes down to who they've played. And I think that maybe differential is why people like GCB put Vish here, or maybe he just went in depth and analyzed like every play. Like I didn't do
you
that.
Can't put that
GCB
past
like takes forever to do it, which is probably a good thing. But like who's Cody played? He's played T-Flight and Zombie, which like compared to TJ on the rankings, like Zombie's 8th in the league right now, T-Flight's in last. So compared to other coaches, like Cody's had a somewhat easier schedule, and hopefully the coaches that he's beat are gonna do well. But just based on
the reason why I have Cody up here, Cody is like, you can basically use him as like the definition of consistency, because there was that season where he went 12-0 and then he just dipped. He wins a lot. He really does win a lot. So by the numbers, he's higher than TJ, but based on the fact that he is so consistent, and TJ had that dry spell last season after he had his championship, that's the reason why I had to put him above TJ.
Yeah.
It's because of how consistent he is. Then number 3, Big Boy Vish getting dethroned. Moving down to number 13. Who did he face? He faced I don't remember who he faced. Where's the schedule?
Remember already. He faced Shadow.
Yeah, he faced Shadow. Which was a really close game. Shadow, in my opinion, he could have won that if he made some different calls. But it was really close. And based on the fact of how close it was, that's why I had to put the next 2 coaches, which you probably already know, above him, because they just ran away with their games these past few weeks. Yeah, based on how close it was, it doesn't feel right to put Vish any higher than this because of how dominant the next 2 coaches were.
Yeah, I mean, again, at this point, like these are all very good coaches. I mean, yep, Vish is a champion. TJ, I'm basically just repeating what I said in the past. Vish does have slightly less differential too, like very slightly less differential than the remaining coaches. which is pretty important considering they're all very close. But I think, again, like, just based off the rankings, like the league table, he's had maybe like a slightly easier schedule. I mean, I don't know. Based off the rankings, I would say that, yeah. But I think, you know, obviously TCP's good, Shadow's good, so it's just kind of up in the air right now, and we haven't, like, it's not like we have even like previous games in the season to tell like how well they've been playing as of late. So it's just hard.
Yeah, it's just way too early to tell. But yeah. Anyway, moving on to our number 2 coach. Everybody probably expected these guys to be here at the top. We have Brad, who has faced he faced Bash week 1, and then he faced T-Flight week 2, and very, very commanding finishes coming from him. Especially with T-Flight, it was a 5-0. What was Bash versus? Was it 3-0 or 4-0?
Bash
I think
3-0 to Brad.
Yeah, 3-0. But yeah, very commanding finish. Both of his weeks in here, which has him at the highest differential in the league right now. But yeah, Brad just has that knack of just knowing exactly what is gonna beat a team, what the team's weaknesses are. He always takes advantage of those. I can't even speak. Takes advantage of those, no matter what it is. With T-Fly, he took advantage of his. He doesn't really have wall breakers, and he was able to run like shed shells to get out of his trapping core. At least I think he had shed. Didn't he have shed shell on something?
I believe me.
Yeah, because he switched out from the Doug Trio. Unless Doug Trio was running a different ability.
The Buginium Z, whatever it's called, that was really good prep because that basically just look, Ian's rank.
Oh, Ian finally put his rankings?
We should just go, like, take a screenshot or something.
Yeah, I'll put the screenshot.
But yeah, like that Buginium Z, I think, like, I mean, he probably would have won the game anyways, but that was, like, important because it allowed him to take out the Tail, even with the Tangoberry.
Yeah. We'll recap what Ian has at the very end of the video, but, coming in at number 1, I think this is expected from everybody. We have Ian, who played out of his mind last week. Well, this week. 6-0 with Sneasel.
Well, it was a 5-0.
Oh, 5-0.
Sneasel got all the kills.
Yeah. But freaking what a monster Sneasel is.
I just started in battle with the music on. Blasted it.
Did it hurt your ears?
It did. It's not funny.
But yeah, Ian just playing out of his mind. I think he really deserves this number 1 spot, especially with 6 kills with Sneasel in 1 game.
Yeah, I think it's the way he plays with his win cons. It's just like incredible. I mean, the setup for the Sneasel was probably perfect. I mean, he set up rocks with the golem, he exploded, and now he has a low Gastrodon, which is, it's, you know, he banked on it not having Toxic or Scald, which it didn't. I think it actually did. He might have already revealed now, maybe. No, I don't know. But like, he basically played the Sneasel setup perfectly, in the sense that it was low. He had the good prep for explosion, and at the end of the day, like, it just comes down to how Bash is prepared for Sneasel.
Yeah, like how you can't always be 100% prepared for everything, and I don't think Bash was really expecting a 6-0 with Sneasel, like, whatsoever. Because what Ian does very well is he gets those sweeps with mons that you don't expect it to sweep with. or he has some kind of crazy prep that you don't expect. That's what Ian has. That I don't see a lot of coaches that do have is doing things that are unexpected.
Yeah.
And it working out very well.
That's how he's, you know, last week it was Jairo Ballero Matisse. This week it's slightly more expected. Like Sorze and Sneasel definitely isn't something you should be sleeping on.
Yeah.
But it's just the way he's managed both his and the other team's win con. Like, it's really good.
Yeah. But
Ian's team.
Ian's team. Well, power rankings. We'll just go.
Okay, guys, we're gonna just recap Ian's team. He joined the league, and he's our 15th coach.
But as you saw, Ian, he doesn't have his rankings on here because we recorded this on Wednesday, and because he's in Australia, he has weird time zones, and he didn't post his list in time for us to record, and he posted his list while we're recording, so we're just gonna go through his list right now. Number 14, Ian has T-Flight. 13, he has Shadow. 12, he has Ferret. 11, he has Dave. At 10, he has Bash. 9, he has me. 8, he has Zombie. 7, he has TCP. Ian actually has Malone above TCP at number 6. Number 5, he has Vish. At 4, he has TJ. At 3, he has Brad. 2, he has Cody, and then like most of us, he has Ian at number 1.
Yeah,
so,
I mean it's fairly similar. The differences obviously being me and TCP swapped, Vish a little lower.
Yeah. But like all of these coaches, we've already stated that a lot of them could be interchangeable.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think it'll get a lot easier to rank as we go on, but it's usually about like the first three weeks it's the hardest to rank, because after like around the end of week 4, that's when things start to pick up, unless just everybody's just like really close,
or
which can definitely happen.
Yeah, I mean there's times where people make late season runs that you just can't predict. But you know, things that's the game. That's why we play it.
But yeah, I think that's gonna do for us for the Wing 2 power rankings. And yeah, we'll see you back. Malone should still be here, but I'm gonna be replaced this time, so we'll see who is the next one to join you guys. I'll see you guys next time.
Bye bye.